Story 1. In the quiet town of Himuro, nestled deep in the heart of rural Japan, there stood an ancient house with a dark past. The locals spoke of it in hushed whispers, referring to it as the Tatami house. It was said that the spirits of those who had met tragic ends within its walls still lingered, trapped between the delicate straw mats that covered the floors. One fateful day, a young couple named Yuki and Kenji decided to move to Himuro in search of a peaceful life away from the bustling city. They were drawn to the quaint charm of the town and the affordable tatami house, unaware of the ominous history that clung to its time-worn facade. As Yuki and Kenji settled into their new home, the air seemed to grow heavy with an unseen presence. Late at night, when the rest of the town slumbered peacefully, the couple would hear soft whispers emanating from the tatami room. At first, they dismissed it as the creaking of an old house settling, but soon, the whispers grew more distinct, as if pleading for something unknown. One evening, as a storm brewed outside, Yuki and Kenji decided to investigate the source of the mysterious whispers. Armed with only a flickering lantern, they cautiously entered the tatami room. The atmosphere inside was stifling, and the air seemed charged with an otherworldly energy. As the couple crossed the room, the lantern's light flickered violently, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the whispers coalesced into desperate cries, echoing through the room. Yuki and Kenji felt an icy chill crawl up their spines, yet an invisible force seemed to draw them further into the heart of the haunted chamber. In the dim light, they noticed a faded photograph resting on an antique wooden chest. The image depicted a family, their faces frozen in time, yet their eyes seemed to harbor untold sorrow. Kenji recognized the faces from the town's archives, the former residents of the tatami house, a family whose tragic fate had been shrouded in mystery for decades. Compelled by an otherworldly force, Yuki and Kenji delved into the history of the house, uncovering a tale of betrayal, heartbreak, and revenge. The patriarch of the family had succumbed to madness, sealing the fate of his loved ones within the very walls they had called home. As the storm outside intensified, the couple discovered a hidden compartment beneath the tatami mats. Inside, they found a weathered journal containing the anguished writings of the family's matriarch. Her words spoke of a vengeful spirit bound by a curse, forever trapped within the confines of the tatami house. As they read, the room seemed to come alive with ethereal whispers, each word resonating with the pain of the tormented spirit. The storm outside mirrored the turmoil within, as if nature itself lamented the tragedy that had befallen the forsaken family. Determined to break the curse and release the trapped souls, Yuki and Kenji sought the guidance of a local priest. Together, they performed a ritual to appease the vengeful spirit, hoping to bring peace to the tatami house and the lingering souls within. As the incantations echoed through the ancient halls, the atmosphere shifted. The whispers faded, and the oppressive energy that had gripped the couple began to dissipate. With a final, mournful wail, the vengeful spirit released its hold on the tatami house, allowing the tormented souls to find solace in the afterlife. The following morning, the storm had cleared, and the once haunted tatami house stood silent and still. Yuki and Kenji, exhausted yet relieved, knew that they had played a part in breaking the cycle of suffering that had plagued the ancient dwelling for so long. The town of Himuro breathed a collective sigh of relief as the cursed reputation of the tatami house faded into the annals of history. Yuki and Kenji, forever changed by their encounter with the supernatural, moved forward with a newfound appreciation for the delicate balance between the living and the dead in the enigmatic tapestry of rural Japan. Story 2. In the remote countryside of Japan, surrounded by thick forests and forgotten trails, stood Hikari Manor, a mansion shrouded in mystery and whispered tales of the supernatural. Kenzo, a seasoned paranormal investigator, received a cryptic letter inviting him to unravel the secrets of Hikari Manor. Intrigued by the challenge, Kenzo set out on a journey that would test the limits of his courage and sanity. As Kenzo approached the foreboding gates of the manor, an unsettling silence enveloped the air. The grand facade loomed over him, its once opulent features now weathered by time. The windows, like vacant eyes, stared into the depths of his soul, sending shivers down his spine. Guided by the letter's enigmatic instructions, Kenzo entered the dilapidated mansion. The creaking floorboards beneath his weight seemed to echo with the ghosts of the past, and a cold draft swept through the desolate halls. The atmosphere clung to him, heavy with the weight of untold secrets. As Kenzo explored the labyrinthine corridors, he discovered a series of locked rooms, each hiding its own macabre tale. The walls bore witness to the tragic history of the Hikari family, betrayals, madness, and a relentless thirst for power that had cast a dark shadow over the once proud lineage. In the heart of the manor, Kenzo stumbled upon a forgotten library, its shelves lined with ancient tomes and forbidden knowledge. One particular book caught his eye, an illuminated manuscript chronicling the forbidden rituals practiced by the Hikari family in their pursuit of immortality. The ominous illustrations depicted grotesque scenes of dark ceremonies held within the very walls of the mansion. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Kenzo delved deeper into the secrets of Hikari Manor. Strange occurrences plagued his every step, a chilling whisper in the wind, a fleeting shadow in the corner of his eye. The manor itself seemed to come alive, as if the malevolent energy woven into its foundations sought to ensnare him. One fateful night, as Kenzo explored the desolate upper floors, he stumbled upon a room bathed in an eerie, flickering light. The source was a crumbling portrait of Lady Hikari, the matriarch of the family, her eyes bearing a haunting intensity. The air thickened with an oppressive force, and Kenzo felt a presence, unseen but undeniably malevolent. The ghostly apparition of Lady Hikari materialized before him, her spectral figure emanating an ethereal glow. Her voice, a lamentation woven with centuries of sorrow, echoed through the room. She spoke of a curse that bound her to the mansion, a curse born from the family's relentless pursuit of forbidden knowledge. As Lady Hikari's tale unfolded, Kenzo learned of the twisted rituals performed by the family in their quest for immortality. The very essence of their souls had been entwined with the foundation of the manor, creating a malevolent force that refused to release them into the afterlife. Lady Hikari pleaded for Kenzo's help to break the curse that shackled her and her kin. Determined to free the tormented spirits, Kenzo embarked on a perilous journey to uncover the forgotten rituals and incantations that could sever the ties binding the Hikari family to their cursed legacy. The deeper he delved, the more he realized that the malevolent force that pervaded the manor sought to consume him as well. As Kenzo gathered the necessary knowledge, he faced increasingly nightmarish visions and encounters with vengeful spirits. The line between the living and the dead blurred, and the boundaries of reality warped within the confines of Hikari Manor. Yet, driven by a sense of duty and compassion for the trapped souls, Kenzo pressed on. On a moonless night, in the heart of the mansion, Kenzo conducted a desperate ritual to break the curse. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy as he recited the incantations, the weight of centuries of suffering bearing down on him. Shadows danced in macabre patterns, and the walls seemed to pulse with a dark heartbeat. In a climactic moment, the curse was shattered. The oppressive force that had plagued Hikari Manor for generations lifted, and the tormented spirits found release. Lady Hikari's spectral form dissipated, and a profound silence settled over the once haunted halls. As dawn broke, Kenzo emerged from Hikari Manor, physically and emotionally drained. The grand facade, once foreboding, now stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit against the forces of darkness. The secrets of the Hikari family were laid to rest, and the mansion, free from its malevolent curse, returned to the embrace of the serene countryside. The townsfolk, who had long avoided the shadow of Hikari Manor, slowly returned to their forgotten paths and overgrown trails. The legend of the cursed mansion faded into the annals of history, a cautionary tale of the consequences of tampering with forbidden knowledge. As for Kenzo, he carried the weight of the experience with him, forever changed by the horrors he had faced within the walls of Hikari Manor. Story 3. In the rural outskirts of Kyoto, nestled between ancient forests and mist-covered mountains, there lay a traditional Japanese inn known as the Yurei no Ie, the ghost house. Abandoned for decades, it stood as a haunting testament to a dark tale that echoed through the ages. Curiosity, however, was a powerful force, and a group of intrepid friends decided to spend a night within its dilapidated walls, unaware of the supernatural forces that awaited them. The group consisted of 4 friends: Aiko, Hiroshi, Mari, and Takeshi. They had heard whispers of the ghost house from the locals, tales of mysterious apparitions and vengeful spirits that roamed its halls. Intrigued by the prospect of a paranormal adventure, the friends gathered their courage, armed themselves with flashlights and cameras, and embarked on a journey into the heart of the supernatural. As they approached the inn, the air grew heavy with an unsettling stillness. The ancient wooden structure loomed before them, its windows like vacant eyes staring into the depths of the night. The entrance gate, adorned with faded paper lanterns, creaked open with an eerie sound, as if inviting the group into the realm of the supernatural. Inside, the atmosphere was thick with the scent of must and decay. Tatami mats lined the floors, and Shoji screens, tattered and torn, whispered in the wind that seeped through the cracks. The friends, undeterred by the ominous ambiance, explored the inn's rooms, their flashlights cutting through the darkness like blades of light. As midnight approached, the group gathered in the main hall, their nerves tingling with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Aiko, the most adventurous of the bunch, suggested conducting a séance to communicate with any lingering spirits that might inhabit the ghost house. The friends hesitated, exchanging uneasy glances, but curiosity prevailed over fear. Seated in a circle on the tatami mats, they held hands and closed their eyes, focusing on the energy that surrounded them. Aiko, acting as the medium, began to chant ancient incantations in an attempt to bridge the gap between the living and the dead. The air grew charged with an otherworldly energy, and the temperature in the room plummeted. Suddenly, a spectral figure materialized in the center of the circle. The friends gasped, their eyes widening in disbelief as the apparition took shape. It was a yokai, a vengeful spirit with long, flowing hair and a white burial kimono. Its eyes glowed with an ethereal intensity as it hovered above the tatami mats. The yokai spoke, its voice a mournful melody that echoed through the halls of the ghost house. It revealed its name, Oyuki, a woman who had met a tragic end within these very walls centuries ago. Oyuki's spirit had been bound to the ghost house by a curse, and her anguish resonated with the friends. As Oyuki's tale unfolded, the friends learned of a forbidden love that had blossomed between her and a samurai from a rival clan. The ill-fated romance had incurred the wrath of both families, leading to a gruesome betrayal that left Oyuki betrayed and abandoned within the cold embrace of death. Over the centuries, Oyuki's spirit had wandered the corridors of the ghost house, seeking release from the torment that bound her. The friends, moved by her tragic tale, vowed to help her find peace and break the curse that shackled her to the earthly realm. Aiko, guided by a newfound sense of purpose, led the group on a quest to uncover the ancient rituals and incantations that could lift Oyuki's curse. As they delved into the inn's history, they discovered a hidden chamber beneath the main hall, a place where the forbidden love affair had come to a gruesome end. In this chamber, the group found an ancient scroll containing the details of a ritual that could sever the ties binding Oyuki to the ghost house. It involved a series of offerings and prayers, to be performed at the stroke of midnight in the heart of the Forsaken Inn. As the friends prepared for the ritual, the ghost house seemed to come alive with unseen forces. Shadows danced in the corners, and the air resonated with spectral whispers. The friends pressed on, their determination unwavering in the face of the supernatural. At the stroke of midnight, in the chamber where Oyuki's love had met its tragic end, the friends commenced the ritual. The air crackled with energy as they chanted the ancient incantations, offering prayers and tokens of peace to the vengeful spirit. The room seemed to pulse with a luminous glow, and the temperature rose as the yokai's presence intensified. In a climactic moment, Oyuki's spectral form materialized before the friends, her eyes filled with gratitude and sorrow. As the final words of the ritual echoed through the chamber, the curse binding Oyuki to the ghost house shattered like fragile glass. The friends felt a rush of cold wind as the room seemed to exhale, and Oyuki's spirit began to ascend, her figure dissipating into the ethereal. The ghost house, once a haven for vengeful spirits, stood silent and still. The friends, emotionally drained yet triumphant, emerged into the cool night air. As they gazed upon the now tranquil inn, they knew they had played a part in freeing a tormented soul from the shackles of the past. The yokai's story, once a whispered legend, now became a cautionary tale of love, betrayal, and the enduring power of friendship. The ghost house, no longer haunted by the vengeful spirit of Oyuki, stood as a testament to the resilience of the living and the ability to bring peace to those trapped between worlds. The friends, forever changed by their supernatural encounter, left the ghost house with a newfound appreciation for the delicate balance between the realms of the living and the dead. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment and turn on notifications if you enjoyed the video so you never miss an upload.